Welcome to addition of decimals. We are now going to learn how to add decimals, and it's really a very simple concept. Let's take this example. We want to add 56 hundredths plus 3 tenths plus 418 thousandths. Well, we rewrite the problem, making sure that we line up the decimal places. And we add. Now, we can put zeros in here as placeholders so that we don't get too confused, because the zero means zero, so it doesn't affect it. So let's just quickly take a look at that. All I did is I rewrote the problem, lining up the decimal places, and then I'm going to put some zeros in there just so I can keep things even. And then I just add. Well, 0 and 0 and 8 is 8. 6 and 1 is 7. 8 and 4 is 12. And I have to put the decimal in, keep it in line. So if I add 56 hundredths plus 3 tenths plus 418 thousandths, I get 1 and 278 thousandths. So again, the skill set is to rewrite the problem lining up the decimal places, and then I put some zeros in so that I could keep things in order. Well, let's just take a look at another problem here. Let's try this one. 37 hundredths plus 2 tenths plus 606 thousandths. So I'm going to rewrite the problem. 37 hundredths, 2 tenths, 606 thousandths. I'm going to put some zeros in as placeholders so that I can keep everything in a line. And then I add. 0 and 0 and 6 is 6. 7 and 0 and 0 is 7. 3 and 2 is 5. 5 and 6 is 11. And I have to keep my decimal there. So 37 hundredths plus 2 tenths plus 606 thousandths. Line them up, line up the decimal points, put some zeros in as placeholders, and then just add. So, very simple concept. There is one prerequisite skill, and I'm sure we already know that. If we have the whole number 15, we know that there is really a decimal point and an infinite amount of zeros after it. So, if we are adding decimals, and we have a problem like this, 3 and 62 hundredths plus the whole number 18 plus 475 thousandths. The process is the same. We rewrite the problem, 3 and 62 hundredths, but now we have to realize that there is a decimal point after the 18. So the 18 would go there. And we could put zeros in just to placehold it. And then this is 475 thousandths. And I can put a placeholder here and a placeholder there. My decimal point is going to go here in the answer. And now I add 5. 2 and 7 is 9. 6 and 4 is 10. And I'm going to carry 1. 1 and 3 is 4, and 4 and 8 is 12. Put 2, carry the 1, and 1 and 1 is 2. So, the skill set here is to remember that this whole number has a decimal point at the end on the right side of it, so that when I rewrite the problem, Let's just do this once more. When I rewrite the problem, I have 3 and 62 hundredths. Now this is 18, the whole number 18, so I have to put a decimal point here, and I can put the 0 fillers in there, and then the 475 thousandths. Put the 0, 0 there. I know my decimal point goes here, and then we just add. Let's take a look at one more like that. Let's take 317 thousandths plus 4, the whole number 4, plus 74 hundredths. Well, we just rewrite the problem, lining them up. 317 thousandths. Now this is the whole number 4, so it goes here in a decimal point, and we can put some zeros to place fill, and then 74 hundredths and put a 0 there to fill in. Now our decimal point goes here, and then we add. So this would be 7, 1 and 4 is 5, 3 and 7 is 10, and I'm going to carry 1, 1 and 4 is 5. So I have 5 and 57 thousandths. All right, I'm going to put a couple of practice problems up here and give you a chance to do some work. Let's have 49 hundredths plus 8 tenths plus 784 thousandths. We'll put the video or DVD on pause, work that problem, and then turn it back on, and then we'll work it together. Good. Well, let's see how you did. We're going to rewrite the problem, lining up the decimals. So we have 49 hundredths, and we have 8 tenths. So I'm going to put the 8 there. I'm going to put a 0 in as a placeholder. And then I have 784 thousandths. And I'm going to put some 0 placeholders there. And I'm going to put my decimal point here, because I know that's what's going to go. And now I'm going to add. 0 and 0 and 4 is 4. 9 and 8 will give me 17. And I'm going to carry a 1. 1 and 4 is 5. And 5 and 8 is 13. 13 and 7 is 20. So if I add 49 hundredths, 8 tenths, and 784 thousandths, I get 2 and 74 thousandths. Good. Let's try another one. Pardon me. Let's try this. We have a whole number 8 plus 73 hundredths plus 626 thousandths. So the whole number, remember what we do with that, plus 73 hundredths plus 626 thousandths. We'll put the video or DVD on pause, work the problem, and then turn it back on again, and we'll go over it. Okay, excellent. So let's see what we have to do. We have the whole number 8, and I know I have to put a decimal place here. Now I have 73 hundredths, so that goes here, and I'm going to put myself some placeholders there, and I have 626 thousandths. So I'm going to put myself placeholders here, and I know my decimal point goes here, and now I add. Well, 0 and 0 and 6 gives me 6. 3 and 2 gives me 5. 7 and 6 gives me 13. I'm going to carry the 1. 1 and 8 gives me 9. And so when I add the whole number 8, and I add 73 hundredths, and I add 626 thousandths, I get 9 and 356 thousandths. So this is a fairly simple skill set. in the addition of decimals. You just have to remember that oh, there's my time. My 10 minutes is up. Well, just let me do a quick review. You just have to remember, rewrite the problem, line up the decimal places. In the case of a whole number, you have to remember that there is a decimal there, and then we'll put in some fillers, and then 73 hundredths. And then you just add. 2 and 3 is 5. 4 and 7 is 11, and I'm going to carry 1. 1 and 3 is 4. 4 and 6 is 10, and I'm going to carry 1. Oh, I forgot to put my decimal point here. And then 1 and 1 is 2. Well, that's all that's to it. Very simple skill, addition of decimals. Thank you very much.